to the doctor, even if they tell you that, it's nothing or it's not anything to worry about. Just be aware of what it could be, because it can be a list of things, and if you catch it early, it can save their vision.
I never heard of this before.
I know, I hadn't either.
You?
No, not until we met this mom, as well as a recent story that went viral as well. This Valley mom, though, thankful for Facebook. She posted a picture of her daughter, and a friend noticed a strange glow in the girl's eye. That friend encouraged Alicia Atkins, is her name, to take her daughter to the eye doctor to get it checked out.
And then, obviously, she's glad she did. It turns out that her 1-year-old daughter had a problem with her eye. It could have caused her to lose her vision.
Well, yeah, luckily she caught it early, so doctors are able to save her vision.
See, here is the picture with the, it's like a glow.
Yeah, you see it right there in her left eye there.
Yeah.
And then, remember this story, a week earlier, you probably think, this sounds very familiar. There was another story out, and it was about the same thing happening. It was a mom in Tennessee that posted a picture of her daughter to Facebook.
And friends noticed on the picture on Facebook this glow in her eye. This is the Facebook picture. So we wanted to learn a little more about this, and how can you tell the difference between a reflection of light in the eye or a glow that could mean that something is wrong.
So Kristen is out at the Southwestern Eye Center this morning getting some answers. Good morning, Kristen.
Good morning, you guys. Yeah, this is fascinating, isn't it? Because how many times do we take a picture and there's like a crazy red eye situation or a flash situation, and it's totally normal. But there actually are distinct differences between the eye condition and between just like a crazy photo. So here I am with Dr. Edelberg, and I'm going to take a seat because I want to be on your level, and I'm pregnant. My belly's large and in charge. So I love the examples that you have to show us this morning, because it really breaks it down. What's the technical term for it? We've been calling it eye glow.
I would say an abnormal pupillary light reflex. So when there's a camera flash, the light goes into the eye, and there's a reflex of the light, and that's what you're capturing in an image on a camera.
Okay, so tell me about the pictures that you've pulled up for us.
Well, first of all, here's a normal baby with a light reflex that's equal between both eyes.
Okay.
But if we go, you can see a definite difference. Here you have a prominent light reflex, and here there's an absence of the light reflex.
Okay, and when there's a problem, is it usually in one eye?
It often is in one eye, but occasionally there could be a problem affecting both eyes.
Okay, and if we were to look at this child, I mean, here you can see obviously the glow in the right eye, but if this child were to be right in front of us in person, would we notice this glow?
Not necessarily. The camera flash provides a good stimulus, and it's an intense light which is then reflected. But occasionally, if it's a severe problem, it might appear without an intense light reflex.
And if a child has this condition, what can happen? What can happen down the line?
Well, there can be a decrease in vision, which, if not recognized early on, could even be permanent.
Okay, and so if a parent's watching and they're examining their photos and see something, that might be even a faint glow, what is your suggestion to that parent?
Any concern, I would present the pictures to the pediatrician or to an ophthalmologist.
Yeah, and it's something that if you catch, or the sooner you catch, the better, I'd imagine.
You can potentially save the patient's vision for the rest of their life, and some of these diseases are even life-threatening.
Dr. Edelberg, thank you so much for your insight. Really appreciate it.
Pleasure. Thank you.
Okay, I'll send it back to you guys. Interesting stuff, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Because, sometimes when you take pictures and you see the red eye and all that, and you think that's kind of normal, but with that reflection there, you could tell there's
something different about that. But many of us probably wouldn't even look close enough to give it a second thought.